All right, all right. I keep hearing that song, and it's like, I know it's really old and it's really odd, but that song that's like memories all alone in the moonlight, and it's like that. It's like really high pitched, and I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna save you all. I'm not gonna go there, but that song is playing in my head once I threw this, and they're talking about how you've been inundated with memories, like a flood of remembrance is the way that I want to say it, of past experiences, both good and bad, and equally having joyous and really energetically disturbing is the way I want to say it, moments. Energetically disturbing moments, and it's been weighing a lot on you. It's been weighing heavy on you, but really what they have you out here as is the hangman in as a bridge paired with the two of cups, and they're talking about how you spent a large part of this year trying to pull yourself together. And I literally mean pull yourself together. Like, you're trying to pull your masculine and your feminine energies together to work in unison, and a large part of the strength that you're having to undergo with this flood of memories is trying to show you something. It's trying to show you yourself. It's trying to show you the mysteries of yourself. It's trying to show you your past and maybe some of the things that you regret doing, or some of the choices you made that you don't regret doing. And a lot of it is asking you to follow your star, to follow your heart, to follow your soul as to what your next moves are, because some of the next couple cards are all talking about your decision-making process. And it is leaning heavy in my masculine energy. I have my King of Wands out again. And they're really talking about how you have a mental process going on where you know you're trying to be told something. You know they're trying to get something through to you with this inundation of a flood of energy, a flood of memories, a flood of remorse, acceptance, responsibilities, challenging your current life is the way that I want to say that. Challenging your current reality, challenging your current family status, challenging the current way that you think and view the world and yourself in turn. And they're just kind of talking about how a large part of this inner contemplation is the war within self. It is you fighting yourself, and this Five of Wands out here is conflict, but the thing that they're really pointing me to with this card is that everybody looks the same. Masculine and feminine energies, and everybody looks the same because they're the same person. Because it's you. It's you fighting you always. And I just keep hearing that that other song. It's like, bees in the trap, bees in the trap. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. And it's just this type of an energy of, I don't want to say ego, but it's almost like truth is maybe a little painful, and truth is maybe a little hard, because there's some responsibilities that require you to dive to scary depths within your shadow. And part of this Justice card in this particular deck is all about balancing the light and the dark and the shadows. And it's so funny because just the other day they were talking about the yin-yang symbol, and I know it's a very well-known symbol, but they were talking about how without one, the other would disappear. And we talk about it in duality and things like that, where you need one to understand the other. But when you look at the yin-yang symbol, it becomes so crystal clear in the fact that without the shadow, if we eradicate the shadow, you can't tell the delineation of where the light begins. So therefore, we also destroy the essence of the white part of the yin yang, which is also the light in us. And they're just kind of talking about how you're being asked to move, you're being shown truths, you're getting a flood of remembrance for a reason. Masculines, you are being asked to reevaluate your current life and why you lack physical balance, and why you lack physical joy, physical abundance, physical fulfillment, and why your reality is not mirroring your inside. I got my King of Wands again in a second deck, doubling down on the fact that this is a masculine energy of the collective right now. And they're talking about you persevering through the flood and really taking it in that hangman position like we talked about. because it's really the illumination of truth. It's really the change of perspective. It's really seeing yourself in all things and how all things are connected. And there's a part that you've outgrown, and they're talking about part of your growth is realizing when it's time to move. That's part of your strength, is seeing things for what they are. And I don't know who needs to hear this car horn. I don't know if anyone heard that. Car horn for confirmation. But I don't know who needs to hear this. But you are far outgrowing your current physical space. And there are some things about yourself that you need to come to terms with. And right now, if you are feeling like a flood of feelings, a flood of emotion, a flood of memories, a flood of remembrance, a flood of self-discovery, almost so much so that it almost knocks you on your ass. That's the way that I want to say it. And it almost triggers you into becoming more heavy in the head, to becoming more mentally active, to start pulling on the thoughts and perpetualizing them in the mind's eye, in the headspace. And they're just talking about with this devil card and the emperor, they're talking about how it almost gets so close to unrooting your foundations. And because the emperor is also a masculine, I think we're just tripling down on the fact that this is part of where the masculine collective is at right now. And there's a part of embracing your magic, which is also your star, which is also your sun, which is also your joy frequency, your love frequency, the essence of creation energy of who you are, your interconnectedness to all things, that masculine energy that you thrive off of, and moving away from what no longer serves you, the lies, the deceit, the half-truths, the falsities, the things that you've outgrown. A star card in the bottom of the deck for more clarification. And they're just talking about this is one of the ways that you free yourself. This is one of the ways that you start moving forward in life. You get out of the mental, emotional turmoil battle. You get out of the head and the mind battle. You get out of the perpetual cycle of emotional and mental upset. Because you want so badly to be out of this cycle, and you want stability. You are searching for it, and they're asking you to put the pieces together. And I don't know why, but this Three of Pentacles out as a bridge is screaming to me, put the pieces together, put the pieces together. I have a King of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck as we're talking about masculine energy being up in their emotions and their feelings, in a state of review, in a state of reassessment, of reanalyzing their life right now and what they all have going on and what's coming in. You are being asked to release the burden that you hold within your energy that may be unsettled things from the past, things unsaid, things unexplored, things unfelt, things unrealized. It could be responsibilities not taken. It could be regrets of things having been done or not done. There's just a large part of reevaluation of your current status and some of the past that you've tried to kind of almost look away from, you've tried not to deal with. Physical balance is what they're asking you to have right now. And there's just something about rooting in the physical that is extremely important right now. There's just something about being as connected as you are and being as in tune with this star energy, and not one, but it's here somewhere, two decks, not one, but two decks out here. They're really just talking about with as in tune as you are, and as collectively inspired as you are, and as energetically inept as you are, and as much as you want to move off of your soul. They're really talking about one of the ways that you can enact that in the physical, and those birds are loud as hell behind me. Do you hear this? One of the ways you can enact it in the physical is by rooting yourself in the essence of who you are, by rooting yourself in that soul energy, by rooting yourself in that creation energy, that cosmic energy, that spirit in a vessel type of an energy, and appease the pieces and parts of yourself that you have been ignoring, the red flags you have been closing a blind eye to. They're asking you for physical movement right now. They're asking you to balance out and to truly lead your life by what you are called to do. And the King of Pentacles is the last card out here, further confirming not only your slow and steady rise, Mr. Masculine, but also the fact that rooted is what you need to be right now. Rooted in self, patience, the physical, joy, what you are embodying, what you're choosing to align with right now is extremely important. And I don't know why, but they told me to pull one more card, and you would not freaking believe they threw the Queen of Pentacles. In the beginning, we talked about you trying so hard to meld the two energies together, the masculine and the feminine sides of self, feeling your feelings, taking responsibility, truly unpacking your memories that you have attempted to close the door on without understanding is what you are being called to do right now. So as we approach the full moon and full illumination happens, as the cloud cover clears, like which was a previous message, as the cloud cover clears on everybody, realizes it clears for you too, and some things come out of the shadow to be dealt with. They come out of the shadow to be balanced, to be understood. Sometimes they come out of the shadows for you to free yourself from the constant battles that you have again and again and again between your head and your heart, your past and your present, thus projecting your burdens onto the future mentally. If you want to free yourself from those types of things, we have to get you in a place, and you have to get you, because this is not something you can't do. You have to get you in a place where you are moving as one energy, but you can't ignore the parts of yourself when you're attempting to move as one energy. You have decisions to make. They're asking you to look at your past with an open mind, put the ego aside, put the connotations aside, and really feel your way through this full moon, really feel your way through this week, really feel your way through the closing out, the ending of the combination of this cycle, these energies. And as in tune as you are, they're kind of throwing a little kicker in there, and to remember what's yours and use your discernment to know what's not yours. You can't unpack something for somebody else. So as much as you may want to help others, sometimes your absence helps others more, because it gives them the space to do for themselves what you know is possible. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know who needs to hear that. Somebody did. I'll see you guys later. Holy that's a long video. Bye, guys.